Hey guys, what's up? It's Fletch from Alpha Flow Trader. Just wanted to jump on here really quickly and put together a quick video to sort of recap some of the action off of our Alpha Flow Trader KLP Ai Pro signals today. All right, I have ES on the screen first just because he's my favorite asset, or my favorite instrument, sorry. But I bring it up because we did not take any trades off of ES this morning during our session, but we did make some call outs for it later, and what you're seeing here is what played out. So that's one reason I'm bringing it up, one, and two, so that you guys can see how the Alpha Flow Trader signals will always stay logged for you. So you see these two trades that are on screen here and here. So when you hover over that gray box, there's your entire breakdown about the trade with the grade, the key levels, everything. All right, we won't get into that. There's going to be other videos about how to use this sort of trade assistant, but just showing you ES because we did call these trades out and say if it gets to these levels, this is during our live. We said if it gets down to these levels, definitely look for those longs. It absolutely happened. And you see TP2 winner there and a TP2 winner there. Within an hour and a half, you had two big TP2 winners on ES later in the day. All right, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this morning because this morning went a little crazy, right? It was a pretty great morning. So let me just slide this over and let you guys see one screen at a time. So let's go back here on Bitcoin. Where was it? Oh, here it was. So Bitcoin, one of the sorry about that. Bitcoin, one of the instruments we do not trade a ton, but when we see one, we will call it out. And today it was just there was actually a short earlier. Where is that short? All right, so Bitcoin, not an instrument we trade a lot, but our signals do work well on it. It's just not my flavor. But you see here, small, doesn't look like a big bear bullish move in the midst of this sort of bear run here, but this was a TP1 winner, and then the second contract moved to break even if you had a second contract in. So you see this first one right around 10:15, our signal called the first one small little reversal signal winner there, right? But then look what happened here. We continued down. Bitcoin was really bullish at this time. Continued down, and we hit that S4 cam reversal. And look at this trade. Absolute banger to TP2. So you can sort of see there behind this is our TP levels that the AI calls out for you, right? So there's TP2 there. There's your stop loss, which you see was automatically there, moved to break even after going through TP1. So two winners on Bitcoin. All right, so if we're keeping track now, that's two later in the day from our callouts on ES. We won't even count those, but for the morning session, there's two right there on Bitcoin. All right, let's slide Bitcoin over and check out gold. All right, gold also pretty awesome morning. Let's get back here to the morning so I can show you guys the trades that we're talking about. All right, so gold started off with some pre-market bangers. Watch this, guys. So the first trade that our signal called here, our first trade that our software called right here, 855 pre-market long. There's the confluences again. We'll get into those, how those work. But as you see there, this was marked as a good trade. Our levels go from weak to poor to good to strong. So this was marked as a good trade. You see it had a lot of check boxes of confluences there. But look, TP2 winner, or sorry, I think this one was, I can't recall. I believe this was a TP2, maybe a TP1. Followed up immediately by a TP2 short right there. All right. And then look at the end of the short, y'all. And typically the way our signals work, they're not firing like this back to back, but because they just kept hitting back at these key levels, the AI found the setups for us, right? So you see the short right back down there. So you already longed it up for profit. Now you shorted it down for profit again. And if you just were feeling spicy and you wanted to rock one more time, you jumped into this one long, right, which was another absolute banger. But you did see this one fought. The second one came up and it fought, but look where it ended up. All right. So 1, 2, 3 winners there. So we just counted 2 winners on Bitcoin, 3 winners on gold, all in the morning session. All right. So we're up to 5 winners in the morning session now. All right, let's look at Dow. All right, Dow, let's get back to our time frame for the morning. We'll start here in pre-market. Just see, I can remember what the pre-market moves were there. There we go, starting first. All right, check this out, guys. This first trade, pretty clean, never saw red. So our AI called the signal here at 8:55. There's the breakdown of the trade that you guys can always go back and look at. It also shows it to you in real time. So there's one, banging winner. So now we're up to 6 winners on the day. Came down, fought, there was actually a another signal here that I believe hit TP1. So this one, so there's two, hit TP1 and broke even. So there's two Dow winners back to back. And then coming up again here at 11:20, right at the end of our day, and I actually took this trade live on our live, is this Dow long right here. So we called the signal, gave me the confluence breakdown there. It was a weaker signal, but I felt pretty good about it because of how it was behaving leading up to it. Jumped in that thing, fought up to a TP2 winner. So now we're up to 7, 8, 9 wins. If I'm keeping track properly, you guys let me know. up to 9 wins now in the morning across 5 instruments. All right, let's jump over here to natural gas, which we don't even really trade, but I just thought it was interesting today because when you're on and look at this natural gas banger right here, called a short at 11.20 something, and this short may have got stopped out. So we'll call that natural gas a loser, even though we don't really trade natural gas like that. Followed up by a winner. So now we're looking at, oh, and as I say that, there was another, so two more, yeah, we'll call it two natural gas winners and a loser. So we're up to now maybe 11 wins on the day. We'll call it two losses. And now, lastly, we're at oil. Oil was one of those ones where we were waiting. I believe it's the only one that did not give us a signal today. But since I'm here, we'll talk about it. What time was this? Oh, that's pre-market. So pre-market. Oh, and that was a loss. So oil did take a pre-market loss, and then it never reached the high. It did make some moves. It went up and down, but it never did reach up to that extreme sort of R5 level we were looking for. So no trades there, but it did. The signal did call off. So we'll call it. So if we take away natural gas, which we don't trade anyway, I was just using as an example, we essentially had a 10 in one day, I believe, off of our AI signals today. 10 wins, one loss. You want to trade natural gas, throw that in there. You can add on two more wins and another loss or two. But so I just wanted to show you guys that, and that's kind of what this tool can do, what it is capable of. And I look forward to seeing you guys in our lives, and let's make some money. All right. Appreciate y'all. God bless.